felt like you guys really dominated really from the start. I know last week you guys got out to a little bit of a slow start. Just what do you feel like was the difference up front from the game?
Just put an emphasis on the importance of coming out and starting fast. I challenged some of those guys to, not feel their way into the game and just go out there playing hard. We're going to do our job, and if we just come out and you don't feel your way through anything, just come out and play hard. And I think they did a good job of that.
Seth, I know that everything is from last year was behind you in the spring. You guys talked about that ad nauseum, but to be in 2 straight games and to just do it again with no errors at all, like how does it feel for you personally to be able to put those things behind you in a real game now?
I just tried to get rid of that in the off season and just been working each day to improve and make sure it's not a problem going forward.
You seem to have a knack for rolling over guys like in your pancake blocks. How much fun is that to see yourself do that, and how much do you enjoy watching that when you watch the game back over Sunday?
It's really just fun to, people may not notice it on the field, but when we get in the line room, we kind of, have fun with it, and that's really what I do it for. Just finishing blocks is fun because the other O-linemen see it, and hopefully it inspires them a little bit.
Did you feel growth from Austin from game 1 to game 2?
Yeah, 100%. I think he did a good job of taking my challenge to him and just coming out and playing hard. I think he did a good job of that.
I know Coach said Donovan was close. When you get him back and now you have Austin with 2 games under his belt, how much does that help confidence and depth and such going forward?
I think that's invaluable. When you don't have depth on the offensive line, it's very hard to make it through a whole season, especially with this being a longer season. It's been invaluable to get him this experience.
Seth, when you see Josh Fryer with the lead block for Quinshon's first run, Josh Simmons with the lead block for the second run, what does that do for the whole line when you can look over there and see those guys kind of springing 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, big man moving. It's always fun in football. If you just run at those little guys and make them have to go around you, you did your job. So when you make contact with them and you push them by, that's really good for a 320-pound dude against like a 190-pound skill guy.
Seth, last week did it feel like you were starting between 2 first-time guards, and was there a different feeling today knowing that those guys had some experience under their belts?
Not necessarily. I think they just took the challenge that we had all week and came out and did a really good job.
As somebody who's walking in front of him, what is it about Quinshon that you think enables him to be such a dynamic running back?
He's hard to get on the ground. He's almost as hard to get on the ground in real life as he is in the football game. So it's fun blocking for him. On the 75-yard touchdown run that got called back or whatever it was, that was a blast seeing him make some guys miss, and ran all the way down there and celebrated, and you turn around after running 100 yards and there's a little yellow flag on the ground, you got to jog all the way back. But he did a really good job of making guys miss and making really good reads.
How does it energize you guys as a line when you see whether it's Quinshon or Travion, taking advantage of those blocks and then making more guys miss themselves?
I think it does a lot. It does a lot when you know and you have faith in those guys that if I just block my guy really hard where I'm supposed to with the right targets, that they're going to make a play. Sometimes if you get a guy back there that you're not 100% confident in, you're like, okay, if I make this block, we may not get a good run. But if you know, as an offensive lineman, if you're making your blocks and everybody's on the same page, that there's going to be explosive runs, it makes it really easy to keep going hard.
What's the message going into an off week, especially this early in the season after these 2 first games?
We're not calling it a bye week, we're calling it an improvement week, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So I expect a lot of good reps and, iron sharpens iron, and sharpening our tools in our toolbox.
How are you guys able to maintain the intensity for all 4 quarters? Because it might be easy to just kind of let loose, especially when you're up that big in the second half.
Yeah, it's a challenge coming out of the half to 0-0 game, and you have to go out there and you have to dominate the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. And if you do that, you can really swing the momentum in the game. And we might have been up 35-0 at half, but that was kind of a challenge to us to just be 0-0 and treat it like a tied ball game.
So how quickly do you get the vibe in a game like this where the run game really starting to vibe like that? Like, is it early? Is it a couple drives into the game? When do you get that feel that things are really clicking for you guys?
So we go through our opening plays, like what we think we're going to call in the opening drives, and you see a lot of run plays in there, and you kind of know that we're going to try to set the tone early with the run. And when you do, it's going to keep on coming downhill, and you have to be really successful on those first runs to get confidence the rest of the game.